Welcome to my first lot of predictions for the AQA Summer Psychology exams. We're going to start with the predictions for Paper 1. Now, these predictions are based on past papers, so I've looked at all the past AS, past A2 papers. Also looked at all the sample papers on AQA's website. But one thing you have to remember is these are just predictions. You must revise all of the topics in depth before your exam. Do not just rely on these. For some topics, there could be a lot of potential essays that I'm going to put forward because the specification is relatively new, so it's hard to make specific predictions for each of the topics. We'll start with social influence. So the potential 16 markers looking at all the past papers are the variables affecting conformity, including group size, unanimity, and task difficulty, as investigated by Ash. Explanations for obedience, so the agentic state and legitimacy of authority. Situational variables affecting obedience. And explanations of resistance to social influence, so looking at social support and locus of control. And also the role of social influences processes in social change. Now, there are also some 4 markers these are the short questions that could come up, anywhere from 4 marks above. And that's looking at conformity as investigated by Zimbardo. So make sure you have a good in-depth knowledge of all those. For memory, the main 16 marker that stands out looking at past papers is the factors affecting the accuracy of eyewitness testimony and the effects of anxiety. For 4-mark questions, you've got the multi-store memory model, you've got types of long-term memory, and the factors affecting eyewitness testimony. This time looking at misleading information, leading questions, and post-event discussion. For psychopathology, the main 16 markers that I think are going to come up are the behavioural approach to explaining phobias, so the 2-process model, talking about classical and operant conditioning. The cognitive approach to explaining depression, we've got Beck and Ellis's ABC model. The biological approach to explaining OCD, so genetic and neural explanations. And the biological approach to treating OCD, so the use of drug therapy. For 4-mark questions, definitions of abnormality is a potential one that could come up, and the behavioural, emotional, cognitive characteristics of depression, and also the characteristics of OCD. For attachment, the 60 markers stages of attachment looks like it could come up looking at past papers, along with Ainsworth's strange situation and the types of attachment. Romanian orphan studies and the effects of institutionalization and the effect of your early attachment on childhood and adult relationships. Again, remembering that, so you've got to refer back to the internal working model a lot. For 4-mark questions, you're looking at the role of the father and multiple attachments on Bowlby's theory of maternal deprivation. So there are quite a few essays that you should have a little look at. Remember, you've got to revise all of them anyway. Make sure you're going over them. But these are the ones I think, based on past papers and sample papers, are most likely to come up.